You're now the Oil Executive of the Year from Energy Intelligence.
Thank you.
And you're first publicly speaking since becoming a publicly traded company, the CEO of a publicly traded company, the world's biggest. So are you feeling relaxed now?
Well, I feel very relaxed, especially with the success of the IBTC here for the first time in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I think, thank you for acknowledging the award today, and I appreciate it, but this is a recognition for 70,000 employees of Saudi Aramco, the men and women of Saudi Aramco. I think they are the winners. I got the award because of their contribution and my leadership team, of course. And we had a very successful event today.
So everyone wants to know about what your thoughts are about the recent escalation in the region. The vulnerability was shown in the September attacks of Abqaiq and Horais. Are you worried about another attack on Aramco oil facilities? And are there plans to boost defense spending? Are there plans to maybe diversify around the kingdom? What's the strategy now?
I think one thing for sure, and it was shown through 2019 with the attack on East-West in May, in August on Sheba, and in September in Abqaiq and Horais. And in all of these attacks, we bounced back immediately. We responded. There was no interruptions of our production to our international customer. There was no force majeure. So the company was very resilient, able to continue to be the most reliable company in the world, supplying to all of their customers. The main thing as a result of what happened, and all the world knows now, that Aramco is reliable, as I said, because of our the resources and the way we manage them, the infrastructure, excellent infrastructure that we have, and the people, well-trained workforce that we have that are capable of dealing with anything. We were able to bounce back regardless of what you hit at us.
Yes, I saw that, but you don't want to go through that again. So what's the defense strategy?
I think that the defense strategy is, for us, we make sure that our emergency response, our business continuity is there, our people are trained and alert. The government, in terms of the defense of the facilities, they are doing a lot to make sure our facility is more secure and protected. But from our side, we are alert, we're making sure we increase our readiness, our capabilities by making sure that we have more and more flexibility to respond to anything that might come at us. But the government is doing a lot in terms of extra defense measures to make sure all the facilities across the kingdom is protected.
We saw oil prices spike just, for those 3 days really that people were uncertain what was going to go on after the airstrike, then the retaliatory missiles in Iraq. But then 3 days it evaporated. It was one of the biggest drops we've seen since July on Brent. What does the oil market need to be able to trade above $65 a barrel and sustain those levels?
I think the prices went up because of the attacks, the 5.4 million barrels that were interrupted as a result of the attacks. Our, I think, response.
Oh no, I'm talking about the most recent attacks with the airstrike on Qasem Soleimani. Yeah. We saw these gains evaporate in just 3 days. We were at $72 a Brent. We're now at 65. What does it take?
I think you'll always see that with geopolitical events, these are short terms. The minute things, people and the markets feel more comfortable that there are solutions and there are things that is happening to make sure.
But analysts are saying it could be a trigger, maybe a war. Isn't that quite intense for oil prices not to be able to remain above $70 a barrel?
As I said, with all what we have seen with all geopolitical events, that these are always short term. There is enough supply in the market to ease the pressure. For example, if you look at our maximum sustained capacity as Aramco is 12 million barrels. We produce much lower than that. It is at 9.870 in terms of production. So that is much lower than our maximum sustained capacity. At the same time, I think the whole world saw that how Saudi Aramco, which is central bank of energy, can respond to any unforeseen type of events like this the one that happened recently, and react and make sure that customers and markets are well supplied. So I think they got a lot of assurance that things ready to step in and make sure that we continue to supply the market.
Very, very quickly. The IPO is behind you. What's next? Acquisitions, you're looking at India. Where are you going next?
Well, you know, Aramco has a strategy. It's a long-term strategy. We'll continue to be cognizant of our long-term strategy. We are always, Aramco, when we look at things, we can continue to maximize value to our shareholders. So anything we do in the long term is in line with our strategy.
Amin Nasser, thank you so much for your time.